Hi, welcome to episode 12 of Digging with Deb. Um, I know it's been a long time, but that doesn't mean I haven't been thinking about you or thinking about Digging with Deb. So here's what the deal is. Today I'm going to summarize, this is November 30th, summarize things that went well and things that we're going to change a little bit for next year. First, with the good news. Good news is I had fabulous success with the changes that I made with my onions. I had long day onions. I planted them very early and I planted them shallow. As a result, I had onions that were the size of my fist. They were beautiful, and I've never had that before. And they don't have a sharp taste. They have a beautiful, mellow taste. I've been thoroughly enjoying them in all of my recipes that I've used them in. That is a plus, plus, plus. Another plus was got tomatoes more than I needed, and didn't make salsa this year because I didn't really need to, but I did make chopped, diced tomatoes for the recipes that I use. Plenty of those. I know I'm mostly majoring in my garden stuff, the raised beds and stuff, but I will let you in on a little secret. Had a wonderful apple year too. Um, Canned some applesauce, probably 24 quarts, which sounds like a lot, but my tree is enormous. And I had good success with that. Plus, gave some away, quite a few bit away, several bushels. Um, and I made homemade apple cider vinegar that is really good. I have several testers out there checking it out, seeing what they like and how it tastes to them. But I think it turned out great. And so next year I might just make more and might refine it a little bit because you always can do better. But I canned it, and we've had beautiful apple cider vinegar from my property. That's a wonderful success. Um, Not so good. Oh, we got plenty of kohlrabi. We got plenty of beets, canned some beets. There's still some beets out in the garden. The carrots kind of got away from me. They're enormous. There's still some out in the garden. You can leave them in the ground as long as the ground is not frozen, and it's not at this point. So, had really, really nice beets, really, really nice carrots. Um, the beans, however, just did not produce the way I wanted them to. There were a few spindly little plants, but in general, there was nothing really to speak of. They didn't cover the cost, you might say, of what I spent to plant them. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do a little bit better or different this next year. Now, um, my corn was a total bust. I planted twice and got, I think, about 4 stalks of corn, which, if you know anything about corn, you have to have a bunch of corn in order to get good ears of corn. So we got nothing. Nothing. I was very disappointed, needless to say. So I'm going to have to work on that. Giving you letting you know about the grow Oya, the pots that I buried in the ground. They took away all of the worry out of my garden. My husband and I took off at the beginning of July, end of June, excuse me, for vacation. And it's not the hottest part of the summer, but we were going to be gone for 10 days or so. So I watered them up good before we left and filled up the grow Oyas, and my tomatoes were just didn't miss a beat. So the grow Oyas are a positive. In fact, such a good buy that I got 2 more that I think I'm going to use in the beans next year. I don't know if that'll help, but couldn't hurt. because beans were horrible. So I'm going to hopefully we have a few things that we can work on. Um, I had some nice feedback from some people that have been around, that some people listened to um, my episodes, and they followed some of the instructions and made raised beds and were very happy with the results. And I'm so happy because that's exactly what I'm doing this for. I want people to know how to do things in the garden just a little bit better, maybe. I'm always learning, goodness knows, and I've been doing this for all my life. But uh, if you can learn something, why not, right? If you want me to teach you how to make the apple cider vinegar for yourself, it's not hard. It's so easy, but it does take a little planning. And if you want me to let you know how to do that next year, I can do that. That could be an episode. Oh, and another thing to give you feedback on, I made my homemade um, pesticides and herbicides, and they worked good if I would have been consistent about putting them on. Now, I gotta admit, I wasn't. Like I said, I was off on vacation. When I came back, my coals were chewed up just a bit. So I put some of my flour and hot pepper um, mixture on it, and it did take care of the problem. No more cabbage worms, but I wasn't consistent about putting it on. So by the end of the season, it my coals looked pretty raggedy, bad enough that my Brussels sprouts, I didn't get very much. So, note to self: be consistent. Yeah, always be consistent. So I will be planting more coals next year. I got plenty of cabbage. Oh, we had some lovely cabbage this season. So all in all, I give myself a C plus maybe on my consistency in doing all of that stuff. And overall, the garden was about a C plus also. It wasn't the best year, but it wasn't the worst by any means. I did get food, and I did probably cover the cost of all of the money that I spent buying seeds and all of that stuff. But I could have done better, and that's on me. That's on me. So I will have to work on that. That's something to work on. And we all do. So what you need to do now is get hold of some seed catalogs. You can order them. Burpee is always a really good one. They're very, very good response when you buy your seeds. There are so many other Park Seeds and other ones. I think Gurney is another one. Go online and find out seed companies and get seed catalogs. You don't have to order right now, but it does make the winter go a little bit faster because you start thinking about what you could do next year. Just another random thought. I didn't write down I didn't write down what I was going to say, so this is off of the top of my head, just rambling. I had a lot of volunteer flowers, some snapdragons and some zinnias, and I planted some calendula, and I planted some marigolds. All of the flowers were just beautiful. So I had plenty of pollinators coming to the garden. So that wasn't a problem. What I do need to work on is making sure that I am consistent with my application of the pesticides, especially on my coals. I have another one that I didn't use very much. Excuse me, the one with tobacco in. I made it and it seemed to work very well on the little bit I used it on. I might use it on the coals and see if that gets rid of those dumb cabbage borers. They're bane in my existence. But I'm going to work on that. So I hope you have a good winter, and I'm going to work really hard about being consistent next year on talking with you on various different things. If you have anything that you would like to talk about, look me up on Facebook, and you can leave a message with me and say that I would like to see this or I would like to see that, and we'll see what we can do for next year. I'll put it on my list and maybe get some do some research for you, and I'll be more than welcome to more than happy to see what I can do for you, because that's what this is all about. So thank you so much for listening to me, and thank you so much for subscribing, and way to go, PG. Thanks for backing me up. Love you all. Bye-bye.